Welcome to the reason your parents blocked your internet access. My name's Corey.
And I'm Knob.
This is what we're talking about tonight.
You are going to want to miss it.
Do your thing.
Jace. Steven. Antoinette.
Closed captioning for the Nerdy 9 at 9 brought to you by the End to the Third podcast. Join Sean and Bill on a geeky, twice weekly journey through the news, nonsense, and entertainment stories that populate the internet. Fun and games and uneducated opinions are abound, and even a guest or two, and robots. There will always be robots. Subscribe on iTunes or visit northwestnerdnetwork.com. And please remember to spay and neuter your cats.
And now it's time for the weekly pick-me-up. Corey, go yourself.
Alright. This week I picked up Gotham by Midnight. This follows a group of investigators in the GCPD that looks into supernatural happenings. Also picked up Witches with a Y by Scott Snyder, a very good series that says words like and also thought there would be bleeps.
This week, I picked up Batman Detective Comics number 38. It involves Batman standing around, Batman doing detective work, and Batman punching things. I also picked up Hawkeye vs. Deadpool number 4. And this involves Hawkeye and Deadpool. It's the 4th issue. And now it's time for This Week in Gotham. Corey, what did you think about Gotham?
I thought the events were shocking.
I thought Harvey was in it.
There's a hair on the desk.
And that was This Week on Gotham. And that was the weekly pick-me-up. And now it's time for This Week on Gotham. Corey, why don't you tell them what happened on Gotham?
This week on Gotham, Jim Gordon beat up some mental patients. There is Shakespeare in the air. Gotham took a note from Prison Break and added a hot doctor. And they killed another black guy. Nom, did you like this week's Gotham?
I thought it was a very strong mid-season premiere. I liked the different feel of the asylum. I liked the introduction of who I believe to be Doctor Strange. And it's really weird when the best part of the episode is when Harvey shows up. But when Harvey finally shows up, it's kind of a relief. Like, you're kind of like, finally, like... It just seemed like the episode was like so dark up until like, and then Harvey shows up and it's finally just like, okay, now like we can like enjoy ourselves, or like we can actually like, there's like the tension is relieved just a little bit. So yeah,
I really like the setting of Arkham Asylum. I thought they depicted it well. The things I didn't like was Jim Gordon's stupid ex-wife is still on the show for some reason, and she can't tell the voice of a little girl between a slut that her ex is baiting. And then they're moving really quickly out of the asylum. I thought if you're going to commit to throwing Jim Gordon in the asylum, because that's apparently him winning, commit to a story arc within the asylum and not try and push him back into the GCPD.
I think that they'll keep him in the asylum for quite a while. I think that they're obviously going to keep like teasing that he's going to come back out, but I don't think he will be out for a while because this whole like the whole season so far, like not the whole season, but for quite a while they've been like building up to the asylum. So they're not going to build up to the asylum, show the insides of it and the guts of it for one episode and then like completely abandon it, or 1 to 2 episodes. Like, it's going to be a continued thing. And even when Gordon gets out, I think that the pretty doctor lady, like she's gonna have more of a storyline, and we're gonna get, even if Gordon's not there necessarily, like we'll keep going back to her, and we'll get more of an arc with her as like a more of a main character.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Jim Gordon in the asylum, he starts discovering more about the deals that are going on between like the gang sections, and he starts learning more about like the Wayne Foundation and like their part in the asylum, and he starts uncovering a plot in there. That being said, the episode was so crowded with different plots and and they're all different tones. So you have one tone with Gordon in the asylum and Harvey, then you have another tone with Maroney and Fisher, and then you have another one with the Penguin, and none of them really communicate to each other. It just feels like we keep cutting away to different shows.
Yeah, I thought it was really, I don't want to say refreshing, but did you notice something that was missing in this episode? Did you notice the absence of a Bruce Wayne in this episode?
That's a good point, because where would they fit him in? They had so many other storylines.
And I'm glad that they didn't go out of their way to be like, well, Bruce is doing this week.
Yeah.
Like he's not in the episode
They
at
just
all.
left him alone.
And that's fine. Like at no point, like, I don't know. It just...
Yeah, I had a thought that Selena Kyle was going to take Ivy to Bruce's mansion. I thought that's where they were going,
Yeah,
but they ended up going to Jim Gordon's house for some reason.
Yeah, I thought that they would go to... I thought they would go to Bruce's house too, especially when it's just like, okay, we could break in, or we could go to Bruce's house and not have a problem at all.
Whatever. But Gotham, solid return. Stoked to see it every week.
Yeah, me too.
What you're doing is admirable.
Guarding lunatics.
No, not quitting.
The next chapter begins.
I wish something would happen to Old Man Falcone.
Who would take over then?
Let me guess.
You're not turning on me, are you?
What kind of question is that?
It's a new dawn, new city.
So you're a penguin. So what?
The Penguin. There's gonna be some drama around here. Gotham, all new episodes this January on Fox.
Drinking this Pepsi sure takes me back to a time.
Speaking of almost being an abortion, it's time for Corey and I to go back in time for the nostalgic 9 at 9. Are you ready to go back in time?
Let's go.
This is how I time travel. I don't even move. I can hardly even feel it.
So, Nob, what's
That's what she said.
what's a song or band that you listen to and it just takes you back?
A band that really takes it back for me that like I could still listen to today would have to be anything off of the Dookie album by Green Day. I think my favorite Green Day song is When I Come Around. It's kind of one of their more popular songs, I guess.
I agree. No, When I Come Around is probably my favorite too.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, just all around, like, really good song, and, like, it's one of the bands that I actually liked as a kid, and I still like now, so, yeah, definitely would have to be When I Come Around by Green Day. What about yourself?
The band that I listen to, not as, let's define, like, child, I'd say, like, 12 and 13, would be Taking Back Sunday. Whenever I hear one of those songs, it just, I love that band from the first time I heard them, and then I've followed most of their records. I haven't listened to the past couple ones, but whenever I hear one of their older songs, it shoots me back.
Their newer CDs are really good, just a heads up.
I didn't like the, it was called like American something, or something rather. Or it might have been self-titled. I think it was self-titled. I didn't like that one, so I stopped listening to them.
This last CD, it has all the original members.
Another band that I used to listen to as a kid that still puts out really solid records would be Rise Against. They've almost become too like formatic, so it's like if I put in their new CD, I know exactly what I'm gonna get, and even though it's a high quality, they're not really pushing themselves anymore. It's just like, yeah, this is Rise Against, really good, like
Yeah.
this record.
Yeah, a second band for me would be Slipknot. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I listened to them. They're a band that I listened to in elementary school to just like, not to like joke around, but just so I could like show the other kids and be like, yeah, I got Slipknot.
Yeah, I got into. I don't know how I really got into them. Probably from like Headbangers Ball or
Yeah,
something like that.
well, I was listening to like Korn and like System of a Down, and so like Slipknot just kind of fit into that
Yeah.
like group.
I never really liked Korn. I still don't like
Really?
Korn to this day. Yeah, not a
They're
fan.
so Korn is kind of like a bad B movie for me. Like it's so terrible that I just kind of love it.
See, I know that they have like I know Korn has like a good following, obviously, but I just never got into that band ever. And I remember when that song Politics came out, like
Oh, yeah.
after one of their more like recent CDs, like that song was so f***ing overplayed that there was a time where I actually hated that band. So
Yeah, that definitely got overplayed. So those are just some of our fondest memories of music. Go ahead and tell us your favorite childhood bands.
or don't.
Or don't. If you say Chumbawamba, I will kill you.
If you say Chumbawamba, I'll pitch this battering right at your neck.
He's not lying.
Hey Corey,
Yes.
how about a game?
Ooh.
We'll call it Project Greenlight.
With Matt Damon and...
Yeah, it'll be kind of like that,
Okay.
where their whole career is just one big game. Like Goodwill Hunting. Joke. Why don't you tell them what Project Greenlight is?
All right, so I'm going to... All right, so each card has 3 different movies, each within kind of like a corresponding theme, ranging from easy, medium, and the other person has to describe each movie in 1 sentence or less as if they're describing it to a person who's never heard or never seen of the movie. If they can do that, they move on to the next level. And if they do that correctly, you move on to the next level. We add up the points, and then that's your score.
All right, Corey.
Round 1.
Yeah, you want to go first?
Round 1. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Jack Skellington's in it.
I don't know who Jack Skellington is.
Gambit's in it. I get a point for that. Keep going.
Okay, fine.
Keep it moving.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
One kid swindles his way into winning an entire chocolate factory.
I watch
Next.
that. I watch that. Okay. Edward Scissorhands.
A man dressed in BDSM clothes straps scissors to his hands and wins the affections of Winona Ryder.
I liked it. Okay, you get... So you got 1 point for the easy, plus 3 points for the medium,
So I got 9 points.
and then 5 points for the hard one. You get 9 points for the first round.
All right, which one do you want first?
Oh, God. Do that one.
Okay. The Lizzie McGuire movie.
Lizzie McGuire has to choose between an Italian and the weirdo from high school.
Yep.
Okay.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Lizzie McGuire has to choose between her 12 brothers or an Italian from high school.
Correct. The Kim Kardashian sex tape.
I don't know who they are.
Correct.
Okay.
That's 9 points.
After round 1, it's tied 9-9.
I actually like this game.
Okay. The Punisher.
That's my answer. Next.
Blade.
A black vampire can walk in the light and he beats up Dracula in the third one.
I watch that. Okay. Spawn.
A black guy that's not a Dracula walks around in the daytime and beats people up. 9 points for me.
Alright.
Is it weird that we get 9 points total?
Huh! We didn't plan that.
We really did it.
We're not that
But did we
smart.
plan anything? No. How to have a money-making garage sale.
God, it's like watching someone rip their face off for 20 minutes.
That was a run-on sentence, but I'll count it.
Okay.
A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh God, it's like watching someone try to rip your face off for 20 minutes.
That's another run-on sentence, but I'll accept it. TMNT.
Oh, the
Correct. 9 points for Corey.
After round 2, we're still tied at 18-18.
This one.
It's mostly smeared, so I'll do my best. Oh,
That's what she said.
Terminator.
A robot comes back in time to his mom.
He's a cyberkinetic being. Correct.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, robot, cyber, and the same thing.
Aliens.
A species not from this world comes down and fights the Terminator. Next.
I don't remember that, but
I think that's Predator. But anyway,
Okay.
Next.
Titanic.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Also a good movie.
9
Correct.
points for me.
Wait. I want
Pick one.
that one.
Jurassic Park 1.
Sam Neill forever solidifies himself as a Dragon Man. Dinosaur Man.
Correct.
Okay.
Jurassic Park 3.
Sam Neill forever ruins his career.
Correct. Godzilla 2000.
Ferris Bueller takes a day off from acting.
Correct.
This is for all the chickens. Home Alone.
Macaulay Culkin acts out his life on camera. Next.
TMNT, 1990.
April O'Neil meets scum in the sewer that really likes pizza, takes them all home, and lets them.
Gremlins.
Samuel L. Jackson forever ruins his career as the Dinosaur Man.
Okay, so you
9
are at
points.
4 points. No, you're at 4. Samuel L. Jackson nor dinosaurs are in Gremlins. So you're at 4. I have a chance to take over.
Okay, pick one.
What do you mean?
Pick a card.
Oh, but well, that card.
Okay. Tomb Raider.
Angelina Jolie pretends like she can do action.
Correct. Sly Cooper the movie.
That hasn't come out yet.
I win.
That hasn't come out yet.
You haven't passed the second round. That only gives you 1 point. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules here. But
Well,
the fact of the matter is...
you did make the rules. You
I'm sorry. It's out of my hands here.
Who do you think won?
I'm sorry. Who's it was? Last time. Thank you guys. There you go.
Who won? You decide. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Whoa.
Hey, Nob, do you know what's been really yanking me off lately?
My girlfriend?
No, those stupid those god kids on the Halo, and then they're doing the thing with the and then all they want to do is in the
I don't even know what the you just said. Do you want to burn a bridge with these mother?
Can't we?
Yeah.
If you haven't guessed already, we're burning a bridge with on multiplayer games. We're talking about kids that sit in a corner for the whole game and just snipe you out. Now, let me tell you something. When you go to play a friendly game of Halo or
Not Halo.
not Halo, what's more fun to you? Sitting in one spot for 15 minutes and shooting several people that happen to wander by, or just running around and like being a part of the game?
I'm more of a runner gunner myself. I think that camping is not only boring, but it's a way out of actually being a good player.
You think like you're cool because you find like a secret hiding spot? How is that fun? How is it fun to just sit there and just wait for someone to come in your scope? I can see how that could be fun. But back to video games. I just don't get the what you get out of that.
I know. You don't even. It's like taking a girl on a 25th date and finally just getting. It's just so lame. Campers, we're looking at you. We're burning a bridge. You. This is Burning Bridges. This is the Nerdy 9 at 9. On to our next segment.
And if you're going to curse at me, please do it in English. With so many of you writing in about your concerns and problems, we've decided to make Dear Nerdy a weekly segment. All I have to do is go downstairs and grab the mailbox.
All right, you mind going down there?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Here, hand that up to me.
Damn it.
Why don't you just take the elevator up?
Up.
That's a lame elevator.
I know.
No, f*** that. Let's check out the f***ing elevator.
I'll get Jose to look at it.
Who the f*** is Jose?
He's our elevator repairman.
Let's just get to the letters.
Yep, but we're blocking our microphones right now.
What's that?
I don't know.
The first one is empty.
I don't know who put empty envelopes in there. That was kind of weird.
Yeah. The first letter comes to us from Disgusted Father.
Oh, no.
I know. It reads, Dear Nerdy, my 18-year-old son started college this year. He has a part-time job and is paying for a new car to drive to school 30 miles from home. He lives at home now, but makes bad choices by smoking pot. I have asked him to stop many times, but he chooses to continue to smoke. I need advice as to how or what to do to stop the rage that blows up when he does in my house. I know if I kick him out and take
the car away.
This one comes to us from Disgusted Father.
Well, I think the answer is obvious. Poison his weed supply.
Yep.
Nothing says I should quit that more than going to the hospital and almost dying.
Or just straight up dying, because kids are a lot of money, and what's a better lesson than death? Have another kid after him. Make him the example as to what can happen if you smoke tainted.
And
weed.
pot is a gateway drug to being a low-life scum who has no friends.
Yeah. Pot is a gateway drug to the drug weed.
Next question. I think, what is our advice to discuss a parent?
Poison your...
Yeah, poison your... Next question. This comes from Uncomfortable. My boss wants to take my small team, less than 10 people, to a movie after work as sort of an employee appreciation team building event. I sent the invitation about 3 weeks ago. I just found out that the movie we are attending is raunchy. I don't have much of an issue with sexual humor in my personal life, but it's not something I feel comfortable experiencing with coworkers. My boss has already purchased the tickets, so I would feel guilty to decline at this point. I am a new employee, and everyone else has said that they are excited to see this particular movie, so I don't want to stand out as a weird new person. However, the idea of seeing this film with coworkers makes me extremely uncomfortable. What can I do?
Well, Corey, we can only assume what movie she's talking about, and I assume it's the live-action Cat in the Hat movie. And what you should do is either kill yourself or f*** your boss, because those are really your only two options. We f***ing nailed that question. Thank you all for writing into us
Do you want to throw it?
here at Dear Nerdy. If you have any other questions or concerns, please write into us. We'll answer your question. It'll wind up in this mailbox. I told you that we never, ever, ever, ever fucking bring that up, but you still to our next segment. And now it's time for another installment of Name That Movie. For those of you who may not know what name that movie is, it's where Corey and I are going to go back and forth saying quotes from various movies, and the other person has to get it. You get 1 point if you can guess the movie, 2 points if you can guess who said it. Corey, why don't you start off the round?
Chicks go nuts. Chicks go nuts for that. The Mel Camel toe.
I'm going to say Super Bad.
Okay. Who said
Evan?
it?
Evan?
Yeah.
Was it Evan?
All right. Get 2 points. Good start. Good start.
Okay. I'm the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
Constantine?
No. That would be Otis, and the movie is The Devil's Rejects.
All right, that's fine.
It's almost like you've heard that quote before.
You're winning round 1.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
And round 2.
Round 2.
Go ahead.
Its name is Chicago.
That would be Ace Ventura. And it's the guy that's leading Ace around. I can't think of his name, but it's
Okay.
the guy that's leading him around. What's his name?
I don't know his name.
Okay, so did I get it right?
No, because it's Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. So you get 1 point. Because you got the guy right. Sorry, bud.
All right. All those things I can do. All those powers. And I couldn't save him.
Can I ask for a, decade that the movie came out in?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. What decade did the movie come out in?
No, you have to be like, did it come out?
Oh, damn it.
I'm not gonna say when it fucking came out.
Did it come out in the 2000s?
No.
Did it come out in the...
You get one time.
Okay.
I'm not gonna feed you the answer, especially over Ace Ventura When Nature Calls.
With all this power. I couldn't save him. I know this one, but is it the Karate Kid?
No, it is Superman 1978,
Damn it!
and it is a young Clark Kent.
I was gonna say Superman Returns. Okay,
Okay, so who's winning this round?
you are by
By
1 point.
Oh, so I kind of
Well, this is a bonus round.
okay. Bonus round.
It's worth 3 points.
Okay, no, but anyway, go ahead.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
You can't do that.
I can because it's from a very specific movie.
But there have been a million movies that have said that. It wouldn't happen to be James Bond, would it?
No. I was looking for Paul Rudd in I Love You, Man.
Okay. There is something about you, something you carry, something made of gold, but far more precious.
Is it something about Mary?
No.
Is it... Isn't that Borin in The Fellowship?
Nope.
Who says that?
It's Smaug in The Hobbit. The Desolation of Smaug. So who won that? Who won that game? I don't.
Hey, Nob, guess what?
What?
I found our mystery hat.
Oh,
You want to pick it?
yes, I do.
Okay.
That's weird how it stayed like that, and the paper all stayed in.
Yeah.
This week, we're talking about supervillains that we would like to see in an upcoming superhero movie.
Ooh. The Suicide Squad. That's my answer.
the Suicide Prevention Hotline?
I would pick Brainiac. He's been a huge part of DC in the comics, in the TV series, in animated movies, and even the Lego video game. He's a major player in it. He's such a fucking crazy intergalactic villain that I think he could be DC's answer to like Thanos, where he's scouring the universe, collecting cities, and put them miniaturizing them so he can like collect them. So he's kind of like a intergalactic threat that could use like the full potential of the Justice League.
Yeah. I would have to say there's a couple different ways I can go for this, but if we're talking about a villain that hasn't been used in a movie, I would like to see Deathstroke, but I think that we will get Deathstroke in the Suicide Squad movie.
I don't.
In one of the Suicide Squad movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's also another part of me that would really like to see Marvel bring back the Fool Killer character. I think it's diverse enough to where today's generation, and even people who've read comics for longer than us, like, not everybody knows who that character is, but I think that character is cool enough that, like, if handled the right way, could be a very serious threat to people. I mean, originally he was technically a hero, but the reason Marvel canceled him is because his story was so dark that, like, he was on the line between hero and villain, but he wasn't an anti-hero per se. He just dealt with things in a very interesting way, in his very own way. So if you treated him as a villain, I think that he could cause some serious problems, just because he's less power oriented and just more like, I don't know, just a very dark character that I think would be awesome.
On the Marvel side, I would love, if Sony ever got their shit together, I would love to see them delve into the symbiotes.
Oh, totally.
And then get Carnage, Toxin,
yeah,
all those in there. That'd be great. I would love to see a full symbiote movie.
Totally. And with Sony being, like, kind of back and forth on what they are actually going to do with the Spider-Man universe, I think the latest thing is that they are just going to straight reboot that series. But I've also heard that they're still moving forward with the Venom Carnage movie, so I hope that still happens. But, I mean, the chances of it happening, it's not that it's not going to happen, it's just the fact that it's not going to happen as soon as it was. It's just going to get pushed, which is the shitty part. Fuck you, Sony.
I would love to see Howard the Duck take on the Avengers.
No, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
No.
No one would.
Nope. No, you fucking wouldn't. And I don't even know why you would fucking say that. Well, folks, we're hoping that this conversation will carry over into the comment section. So why don't you guys tell us what supervillain you would like to see in an upcoming superhero movie? I guess that'll do it for us here at the Nerdy 9 at 9. But before we go, as always, here are some shout-outs. Shout out to Atomic Comics, your one-stop shop for all things nerdy.
Shout out to End to the Third Podcast for apparently mentioning us on their show.
Shout out to Easter eggs. It's like Easter eggs, except you find out that you have a life-threatening disease.
Shout out to Spam Mail, because I'm always happy to get canned meats in the mail.
Shout out to the Nerdy 9 at 9 episode number 1 for being better than Star Wars episode number 1.
Shout out to screws that find their way into your tire.
See you next week. Same bat time, same bat station.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.